Alrighty, welcome everyone to another beautiful sunny day in Portland, Oregon. This week we're going to be installing the Maxxair Fan. The Maxxair Fan is a pretty popular choice for ventilation. So the Maxxair Fan is a rooftop ventilation fan. So in order to install it, I have to cut a hole in the roof. In order to keep the van from getting stuffy, there needs to be some amount of airflow. So in order to achieve some airflow in the cabin, we're going to install the Maxxair Fan in the front passenger side. And then I'm also going to install an openable window on the rear driver's side. And that'll be the next video. So in order to do this installation, the first thing I'm going to have to do is take off the flat solar panels that are glued to the roof. So let's get right into it. Alrighty, so today we are going to install the Maxxair Fan. I'm going to want to take off one of the solar panels that's glued to the roof. All three are eventually going to have to come out, so I might just be doing that today. Doing some tree work across the street. As you can see, we've got all this caulk basically on the side, this adhesive, and let's disconnect the panel. Okay, this is working. Oh, is this gonna be all down in there, like all the way across? Let's see, so let's start on a low speed. Okay. Oh my God, that's low speed? Wow. I'm glad I tried this. This is so easy. Wow. This is a pretty sick tool. Pretty cool if you ask me. Huh, how do I want to do this? Why don't we do it from this side? Great, okay. So that's one. Wow. The gore. I think it'll be safest actually if I take these off. So I think I'm just gonna do that. All right, so let's get this one removed. Bop. And bop. Okay, so we can clean these later. Okay. Alrighty, so now that the panels are removed, we can head to the makerspace to make our template and use the jigsaw. Alrighty, so here's the logic. This is where the fan's gonna go. I want this and this to still be accessible. I also am planning on putting an AC in the roof, and that's gonna be 32 inches wide, and I want this to still be accessible. So we've got 32 inches here, and then this outside is actually almost exactly the width of the whole Maxxair Fan. So we should be able to just squeak by here. And we also want this to be a diagonal path between here and the rear driver side window. So I've cut out this little piece of cardboard that should be basically exactly the size of this opening. And then let me just tape this in place so it doesn't walk away on me while I'm cutting. And we got a couple hours of relatively clear skies of no rain, so we're just gonna pop a couple holes in and get started. The great thing about cutting through sheet metal is that it's really thin. All right. Yep. Uh-oh. Maybe I should go cut the insulation first. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, you know, this could be a good thing. Oh yeah, we really kind of fucked this up. So I'll just plan to put up another piece of insulation. Yeah, I know, because I really fucked this up. Oh my gosh. Well, this can be a problem for later now. Okay, great. I might as well grab some of these chips. Theoretically, I think we don't need to make any more holes at the corners. Oh my gosh, this is not a good sound for my ears. Not a sound that my brain appreciates. Okay, earplugs in. Uh-oh. Oh, I guess that wasn't in. Careful, don't fall off the vehicle. Okay, glad it didn't go too far. You can see this like little wavy pattern, and that's used so the blade doesn't bind up, so that the cut it makes is wider than the blade. Okay, so clearly I did not attach this properly last time. Is that properly attached? I mean, it seems more properly attached than last time. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. This is where having someone on the inside would be nice. I think what I'm gonna try and do is just hold it like this. Okay. Let's see. As prophesied, there are metal pieces everywhere. Haha. Okay. All right. Moment of truth coming up. All right, so I'm gonna take the tape off. Okay, great. So we're wide enough everywhere except for the corners. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. So next step is to clean up around the edges. So I'm going to use this deburring tool to deburr this edge, right? And then let's get the inside. Okay, all right, great. So yeah, so our edge is cut and deburred, and now we want to cut all of this crap off of the edge. It looks like it's working, so very good. All right, so the next step is going to be degloss the edge here. I think I'm going to use this Scotch-Brite pad to do that. Now I can degloss this, which I believe just means getting the gloss layer off. Yeah, there we go. Getting somewhere. Just trying to, oh, God, I'm so glad that I deburred these edges. I would have hurt myself several times by now. Okay, so now let's go ahead and wipe this area off. See what we're working with. Now let's grab our isopropyl alcohol and we'll just do another once over. So next, I think we're just doing the butyl tape. I think I'll try and get pretty close to the edge. It's supposed to overlap it, so I'm gonna come in here and peel back the edge. Like, I don't want to make it too tall and then compromise the seal in other places. All right, so next step is to plop this in. Okay, well, I'm gonna pop the holes in the roof for the bolts. Okay, it looks like 11/64 is gonna be the size. We'll just come through with a much bigger bit and just deburr the edges. So we're just gonna prep all the bolts. Uh-oh. Well, that's why we got some extra. All right. And then we'll go through and get them soft tight and then actual tight after. Alrighty. So we got all 16 of our bolts engaged. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I think the next time I do this, I am gonna use 2 layers. So let's just clean off our surfaces, and then I'm gonna put the Sikaflex on. Let's grab some gloves, put those on. Ooh, bloob, bloob. Ooh, bloob, bloob. Okay. Okay, it's going well. Okay. 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 Alrighty. So that is that. And let's just double check. Okay. Okay. And you. Okay. I think I probably want to get this off my hands sort of ASAP, so I'm gonna do that. And then I think it'll be time to put the actual fan in. Alrighty, well, I may or may not have forgotten the screws that attach the vent fan to the vent hole at home. And so we may or may not have to drive home with this big hole in the roof. It'll be fine. You'll be fine. I waited like enough time for the Sikaflex to at least set. So I think the air going over it won't splatter it or anything. A little bit grubby for the wheel for my liking. Let's protect our steering wheel, our fluffy friend. There you go, fluffy buddy. All right, and we're good. Let's go. Okay, well, pause when I get home. Bye. Yeah, we made it home. So let's get you back up here. And you come here. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, come on. Okay. 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 Okay, don't slip. Alright. Wow, look at that. Alrighty. Let's see. So I want to pull to unlock. Then I want to open it. Okay. And then lock it open. Great. And you go like this. Let's make sure the wires go inside. There we go. Let's get the torque setting way down. Wow, it's so shiny. Looking the nicest it's ever gonna. Alrighty, so I think what I want to do is try and run the wiring for this. Let's see, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. Oh, okay. Let's get fish tape. Fishy tape. Fishy tape. Okay, so let's get you straightened out. Come on, fish tape. You can do it. Okay, okay, okay. Very good. Okay. Ah, here we are. Okay, okay, okay. Then we'll come up through the bar. Okay. What are we stuck on? Dear Liza, dear Liza. What the fuck are we stuck on? Dear Liza, nothing. Then we just need it a little further, just a little further. There we go. You're almost there. You're so close. Okay. Like how many amps are gonna be going through this? If I do melt them, then that'll be just fine. Okay, I think 10 amps should be good. Don't expect it to draw more than 100 watts. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. Noted. What do we think's happening? Oh, wait, yeah, which side's plus? Oh my god. Hope it has reverse polarity protection. Oh, it'll be a real shame if it doesn't start up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Oh my gosh. We've done it. Now you can see how it goes. Look, whee. So just a quick note, it's been raining for a couple of days and it's been raining really hard. There's flood warnings and there is no leaking at all. It is bone dry in here and I've driven it around as well. So the water tightness is a success. Alrighty, before I let you go, I figured I should show you the fan in more detail. So first, from the inside, this is what it looks like. We've got a lever here, so you pull it down to unlock it, and then you twist it to open, and then you lock it at the top. Then when it's open, you can turn it on and off with this. And then you can also turn it to in to push air in or out. And then you can turn it up and down, 10 settings. And then it's also got a thermostat that you can set. And I've got a remote for this. It's coming in the mail today, allegedly. So this is what it looks like on top. And I'll just operate it real quick so you can see it open and shut. And this is our sealant. So it's pretty solid. It's not even tacky right now, which is very nice. And just to be clear, it goes all over the outside lip and then also goes over the screws so that no water comes and leaks down through. And we had torrential rain in the last couple of days and there was no leaking. So it definitely works. When I go to put the air conditioner in, I'm actually going to go back over this with something called lap sealant because the lap sealant is UV resistant and this isn't. So this will eventually degrade if I don't cover it up. And you'll have to find out next week if the ventilation works well because I still need to install the ventilation window. Alrighty, bye!